right, guys, what's on? What's going on? Thank you for joining me, Malik Shanti, here back on Divinely Autistic. This is the podcast version. Now, I'm not actually in my dungeon right now. I am upstairs in the dining room right now. So I'm trying to get things done. It's kind of early before I go to work. So I want to just go ahead and get some things done. Not to be too long, not to hold you for too long, but just a few things I want to show, a few things I want to get off my chest, a few things for the podcast. Also, week 1, week 2, sort of recap of what's going on. Now, I already got all my talking points and things I want to get down, so I can stay on topic, on schedule, and not too long. Hopefully the video is good. I can't see myself right now, but hopefully the audio is pretty good. I got this Blue Yeti microphone right now, so this is one of my favorite microphones to get a lot of good audio, so a lot better than a cell phone. So hopefully everything is doing pretty good when it comes to that. Okay, so what I want to go ahead and start off right fast for the beginning. This journey for me started on January the 8th, 2024. So I started kind of a little bit later to get things started. So what I'm trying to talk basically about the last 2 weeks of what's been going on, because I'm technically on week 3 now, but I'm making a podcast giving a recap of weeks 1 and week 2. Now, so I want to get over my measurements and my scans first, because I said every month, or usually the beginning of every month, when I do my recaps, is basically sharing some pictures of how I physically look, some of my weigh-ins, my measurements, scans, and things of that nature. If I'm doing blood work, I will share that as well. And then I have some talking points maybe on some things that I saw in these few weeks or in the last month. Now, every month I would do that. At the beginning of every month, I would show my measurements, my scans, and a few body shot pictures. Now, it may not be current to where I am like right now, but some of the pictures that you will see was something I took towards the beginning of the year. Matter of fact, these pictures that you will see today came from January 8th. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and keep things moving. And I love my favorite hat, King. As you know, that is the English of Malik, which means kings in Hebrew or Arabic Malik. Anyway, so let's go. So when I did, these are my measurements. For my neck, I had 18. For my arms, these are measurements in inches. And then in my arms, I was measuring 17 inches. Now this was flexed, so 17 inches, 51 and a half inches around the chest. I measured my upper stomach was 49 inches. The middle of my stomach, which is right above the belly button, was 50 and a half. My lower stomach was 51 and a half. Now those are, like I said, pretty big numbers because I am a big guy. Now, these numbers are also somewhat lower compared to when I first started. When I very first started my journey, I remember my lower stomach measured at over 56. So, but I did get lower, like I told people who been watching me before. I did get into the 270s where my lower stomach was got down to like 47 or something like that. So I picked up some fat and weight from the injury. But then again, it's not just the injury, it's the fact that I, not controlling what I eat. And that's got nothing to do with the injury. I did that to myself. A lot of times we like to blame the food industry and blame the processed foods and all this stuff. But why blame them? Of course, they're going to make something that you're going to keep paying for, right? All right, just like cigarettes, I'm not against people who smoke cigarettes. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But understand that it's a $1 billion industry. They know that cigarettes causing people to die. Matter of fact, I think cigarettes is among the list of heart disease, of certain diseases, where the top 2 killers of America is more than murder. It's heart disease, and when you break down heart disease, smoking was one of them. Was a part of heart disease, and now heart disease and cancer are the number 1 and 2 killers of America. So, but we see smoking is linked to a lot of heart problems, and a lot of people are dying from primary smoking, and some people are dying from secondary smoke. But you Do you think the company gonna stop making it because people choosing to kill themselves? No. So that's why I say you can't blame the company. You blame yourself. Man, if they weren't making cigarettes, I would never would have got sick. No, if you stopped buying them, you would never got sick. So I'm not gonna blame the food industry. The food industry gonna do exactly what they're gonna do. You the one that bought the stuff, like me. I'm the one that constantly bought a lot of McDonald's and stuff and got over 400 pounds. That was not them, that was me. So I'm not gonna blame nobody but myself. My hips at the time was measured at 48 inches. My thighs or quads was at 29 and a half. My calf muscles measured at 19. Now my calf muscles have always been pretty thick. My quads actually got a little bit bigger too because I've been lifting a lot lifting a lot. So now for my scans, lean body mass, this is in pounds, is currently 206.6 pounds of lean body mass. Now, if anybody know what lean body mass actually means, I think that's all of the other tissue outside of fat. So they take the fat out of it, and everything that you're weighing through your scans is 206 pounds. So I definitely would love those numbers eventually to stay the same or get bigger as I'm getting ready to make a cut. Skeletal muscle mass was down to 113.3. Overall body, now this is my body fat mass in pounds. The overall body fat mass in pounds was 112.9. My subcutaneous fat, that is the outer layer of fat, was at 91.7 pounds. Visceral fat, which is the fat on the inner by the organs, which is arguably probably even the more worst kind. So those numbers are high. That can be, pretty detrimental to your organs and your health. So these numbers got to get down. The inner fat, visceral, would be 21.2. Visceral fat, that's the inner fat. And then you have my overall body fat percentage. And again, a lot of times it may not be completely accurate, but the overall body fat percentage is 35.3. Now I did get to a lowest of 28.8 at one point. So like I said, a lot of times I did gain a lot of weight back. I will talk about how that happened. Now, three ways I've seen this. I've seen basically two of them that was in 34, and this one says 35, so 0.3. So that's exactly what I'm just going to go with, 35. Now it's not completely 100% accurate, but we can kind of induce that, hey, yeah, I was 28, so now that I'm at 35, I can kind of believe that I did gain some fat back. Also considering the fact that my number in my inches are actually higher. Now I will put on the screen those three, the upper, the middle, and the lower stomach on my lowest, and see, as you see on the screen, those are my lowest numbers, right? And that was when I did it sometime, when I was down in my 280s, 270s, right? Now, if you look at now, 49, 50.5 for the middle, and then 51 and a half for the lower stomach, you see that all those numbers are actually higher. So obviously I gained size, I gained fat. So being those numbers before and being 28% body fat and being these new numbers now and being at 35, I can see some type of I can see a correlation here between the going up in inches as well as the body fat, obviously. So it's not completely accurate, but you can, know somewhere. So initially right now I'm trying to get down to 20%. If anything, my lowest is about 15. I did hear a few things about going too low in body fat. I don't really have a need to get into the single digits because I'm not really competing in an actual bodybuilding competition or anything like that. So, I think 15% look pretty good. And according to my body, I look pretty good. So I'm going to get into 8 topic points that I want to talk about. Number 1 would be my homegirl, Kira. Now, her name is Yakira Israel. She has been my friend going on 2 years now in March of this year. So we got a couple more months to go. But yeah, like I said, she's one tough chick. I have a lot of videos of her, pictures of her, people who've seen us on Facebook. And my friend, she's a vegan. And one day when we're gonna have a thing together, so she'll be able to tell you why she do what she do, how she became a vegan, what the lifestyle is of a vegan. At the time that we met, I was a carnivore at that time. And the thing I told you I like about her is that she did not never throw stones at me because I decided to be carnivore. But she did tell me about the importance of eating fruits and vegetables. If anything, be more balanced, because, you can eat a lot of meat. You can eat a high meat diet. I was nothing really wrong with it. I don't eat pork either. So there was nothing really wrong with it, but you are missing a lot of other different, nutrients and maybe even electrolytes or a few things that you're missing when you're just having a meat diet. But so I started saying, okay, I'll go with you on this one. I said, yeah, I can kind of agree. And I started noticing I actually felt much better after a while. When I first started going back eating fruits and vegetables with the meat, I started getting more of a balanced diet. So I'm getting the other nutrients that you're getting from fruits and vegetables, as well as what you can get from meat. So I felt like I didn't no longer, when I started noticing I'm feeling really good, especially when it came to conditioning on a higher plant-based diet. I was noticing that I was having so much more energy, especially when it came to boxing. But, I'm going to keep the thing not to go too far, but that's about what I want to say. So I do appreciate her for bringing in the fruits and vegetables, adding it back into my life. And I started noticing, I started noticing some positive things. Also, a spiritual connection as well. I never did get this connection when I eat a lot of meat. But like if I'm sitting down on the table or outside or just I'm on my way to the gym, and I'm actually got a whole bowl of fruit, I actually feel in tune with the earth. I don't know, it's just something so beautiful about the colors of fruit. I might even show some pictures about that, but the colors and the vibrant colors of the fruits, the different colors, and I'm like, man, this is beautiful. And as of eating it, I felt in tune with the earth. I never really felt that way when I eat a whole bunch of meat. I really feel more sluggish and tired and, stuffy. But when I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, I feel kind of connected with the earth itself. It's weird, huh? Weird how that actually is. And that was weird coming from somebody who's a carnivore at the time, that I was like, wow, I don't never feel like this when I'm eating a whole bunch of meat. But when I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, I definitely feel it. So by her helping me bring me back in, when we started to talk, when we met, I was around 330, 340 range. With the addition of what I already do and adding the fruits and vegetables, it was able to help me make it all the way down to the 280s and 270s with a different diet plan. So it did help me still lose my weight. Okay, so talking point number 2, macros. What am I doing for macros today? And macros is protein, carbs, and fat. Right now, I don't know how to break it down just yet, but I'm eating between 28 to 3,000, somewhere around there, calories per day, sometimes 3 to 4 meals. That's what I'm eating right now per day, 28 to 3,000. But that's kind of seemed like on a low end, because according to my scans, according to the phone, according to a lot of things they're telling me I need to eat more like 36 because of how I work out, because my workouts can be pretty intense according to how much calories I've been burning, with my workouts and the boxing and stuff like that. You being your size, on top of that your total daily expenditure is real high. So if you work out like that 3-4 times a week, to maintain your weight, you need to eat more, closer to 3,600 calories. The simple fact that I eat around 3,000, it seems like I'm already in a deficit already. I'm not sure, but we'll go from there. Talking point number 3. Okay, so talking point number 3, explaining my workouts. Now, I just what I do, I'm usually a person that love to work out around an hour and a half to 3 hours. I love 3-hour workouts, really, because I get everything I need to get done in 3 hours. I am a person who was well overweight. I was over 400 pounds. I've been well over 300 for a long time, longest I can remember. It wasn't until I was 33 years old when I started to lose weight. And coming from that point, you being bigger, you got bigger muscle mass. So I was always pretty strong. I can always lift heavy weights, but I couldn't move. I couldn't run. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do things. So when I finally started getting healthier, not just stronger, because I was in the gym lifting weights, but that didn't make me healthier. When I started doing conditioning as well as eating right, I started noticing I'm getting healthier. I can move. I can do this. I can jog. I can jump rope. I can run. I'm like, man, I like to move. So really, when it came to working out, man, anything dealing with conditioning, moving, running, and things of that nature, that right there really piqued my interest much more than lifting weights. But through time, I noticed you cannot neglect your lifting your weights, because I did lose a lot of weight, but I also lost a lot of muscle too, because when I was training for my half marathon I told you all about, I did lose a lot of strength. I mean, I lost so much strength that I was needing, for those who know about bench pressing, at the time I was bench pressing 225, and I used to get bench press, 12, 15. The highest I have done was 17 reps and 225. But when I had lost all of that strength in those 12 weeks of training, when I went back to lifting weights, I couldn't get but like 4 reps, and I even had to have a spotter on a 225. So you do lose a lot, but that's 12 weeks. So that's 3 months not really lifting. It can go maybe faster, maybe slower, but I was the type of person who liked to really move. And I told you, when I first started walking, it took me 30 minutes to walk a mile. 30 minutes to walk a mile on a treadmill. When I try to walk a mile outside, I'm too tired. Treadmill is much easier. But then my fastest mile so far at my weight, at my high weight, is 11 minutes, and I'm not really sure the seconds, but I got the fastest mile time for me right now is 11 minutes, in an 11-minute range. And that's somebody who still was in the high 200s, low 300s. So I'm telling you, I'm going to be real good when I get to my goal weights and stuff. But I'm like, even at my size, I'm out here doing half marathon and stuff like that. I'm out here hiking 10 miles or 12 miles or 15 miles with my homegirl I told you all about. We hiked at Oak Mountain Park out here in Pelham, Alabama. 15-mile hike. So I mean, I love that kind of workout. So, I love those kind of workouts, but I do love to lift now. So I still do lift and lift heavy, but my heart really is anything conditioning, anything HIIT training, endurance, all kind of stuff. Okay, so talking point number 4 is an 8-week booked up challenge that I'm in. It's, you competing for $5,000. You're competing with a lot of things, and basically it's just a free challenge through Booked Up, where a lot of people just come together, and it's not really about winning or losing, but it's a challenge. And yes, the first place prize does win $5,000, and that you win cash prizes for second and third, but you did a lot of store credit from 4th down to 10. But it's not all about. This is my actual real challenge. Like I said, a lot of times to try to help me lose weight, to help me get to where I'm trying to get to, I will always fantasize that I'm doing it for a reason. It's a challenge or something I'm getting ready to do. So a lot of times I will fantasize about something, never really getting into a real challenge. But with this Booked Up challenge that I'm in right now, it actually makes me know that, hey, I'm competing for $5,000 here. So, they ask you for your pictures, not flexed and stuff. And you got 8 weeks to have the best transformation in those 8 weeks for your measurements and your weight and your physical appearance. And then they got one for women, they got one for men. My homegirl did get in hers, and I think she got down to like either the 6th or 7th place out of thousands and thousands of women. So I figured, like, I can do this. I'm actually competing for something for real, and that's $5,000. But guess what? Even if I don't win, I will still be looking better, and I will still look better than I did 8 weeks ago, starting on January the 8th. It ends in around March the 6th or 9th or something like that. So, it ain't always about the winning, but look at the journey that you took to get here. You did change. And they always have these things like 2 or 3 times a year. So you did change your body. So it was not for nothing. Like the bodybuilders on the stage, only one can win, but you are a little bit better than you was the last show. So that's all I want to talk about when it comes to that. Now, talking point number 5, I want to talk about a 4-week cut that I'm coming on. So, of course, as I told you, I'm actually getting ready to go into week 4 of my current challenge. However, I'm getting ready to move into week 4. So these next 4 weeks, I'm gonna do a bigger cut. So I'm going to eat a higher protein and fat. So I'm coming real low on carbs, but I also fast too. So my calories probably going to come down. I'm switching over more to conditioning workouts, but I'm still going to lift, but just not lift too heavy. I want to try to maintain as much muscle as possible. So I learned to still lift, still eat a lot of protein, if not eat a little bit more protein to eliminate muscle loss while you're on a cut. You're still going to lose a little, but the main thing for me is I'm fasting and eating low carbs to lower the insulin level to help your body burn more fat. Of course, a lot of times, a lot of hormones stop the body from doing things, and insulin is a storage hormone. So the higher levels your insulin, the harder it is for your body to burn fat. The lower your insulin levels, the easier it is. That's why fasting is the fastest way to actually burn fat, but it may not be maintainable for certain people. So if you want to lose fat but still eat, then eat a higher protein and fat. Come very far down on carbs. Like I said, it's probably not maintainable, but there's plenty of people out here doing keto diets and low carb diets. Everybody can do it. Like my homegirl, she's a vegan. For me, it's not maintainable for me, but for her, this is what she does. So I can't say it's not maintainable. It's not maintainable for certain people. It doesn't work for me, but it's not what it works for her. She do what works for her. I do what works for me. And that's why we respect each other. And I respect other people for what they do if it works for them. Talking point number 6. Here are some, it's called showing body pictures of January. So I remember I told you these pictures that's coming up on the screen are from January the 8th. So I may look a little bit better, or maybe for us body wise, when I start showing you the ones in February, because every month I'm going to show you, so these are pictures that come from the beginning of January. Again, I'm very apprehensive about how I look. I'm still kind of bashful and shy, but I told myself I'm going to start loving myself. But again, you are on a journey where you're changing your life, your body. So you have to understand, enjoy the journey. I used to be over 400 some pounds. Now you look at these pictures, I don't like them because I really want to be somewhere else. I want to look better. However, it's night and day difference than you was at 400. So take that. Look where you are. 33 years, you put yourself high in diabetes type 2 and all kind of health problems in your 33 years. By the time you got 33 years old, you started to change your life. That's 33 years of destroying your body. I'm just on year 3, and look what I have done. You reversed all your health problems. You're not a diabetic anymore. You lost 130 pounds to get to where you are now. Look at your muscle. You got body. I got a few pictures of me with my abs. I got a few pictures of it's one of my sexiest pictures. You look at that. I did an app to make my skin much darker, because darker skin, it does help you show your body. But look at that. I look okay, and I'm around 315 around those pictures. You look okay. That's not bad, dog. That is not bad at all. So take it. Okay. Talking point number 7, and I'm almost finished. The talking point is about my weight journey in general. Again, I told you I started at 406 pounds. I eventually lose almost 130. And got all the way down to 279. For those who remember, I ended up getting hurt, and I'm having a neck injury, which is still here. It's been with me over a year now. I have a bulging disc, and the disc kind of was bulging out and coming over to my right side of my neck, and it was pinching a nerve. So I was messed up for quite some time. Right around December and January, it got bad. And I was like kind of down and out from January, February, March, April. All those months, I really I couldn't box, I couldn't run, I couldn't do no workouts. I was pretty much messed up, in so much pain. And again, I use food as a coping mechanism to make me feel better. So where I came from, I almost started going back, and I ended up going from 400 and something, after a little bit over 2 years of a journey, got all the way down to the 270s, right? And I showed you all the pictures. Then with that injury, I did kind of use food as a coping mechanism. And I also didn't work out. And I went from the 270s back to 330. And now here I am. I'm back down. So now I started coming back down. My lowest from that time was 293. from 330s back down to 293. But now I'm currently, which I'm not sure exactly what I weigh right now, because the way I'm making this video, I don't do my weight except every Sunday. So I'm not sure exactly what I weighed, but the last time I weighed myself, I was 318, but I've been moving between the 315, 318 range, but I still look pretty good for that range. But I did get up to the 330, back up to 330s. And so right now, I'm just trying to, by March, I'm trying to get myself back down to 285 by March. And this 4-week cut is going to definitely help me shred some back down too. That's why I call this the winter cut series. And then it's going to end up going to a spring cut, because I'm going to keep cutting, because I got to go to I'll go into the beach. And that was part of the talking point number 5, talking about the 4-week cut and plans for the beach. I want to plan on going to the beach sometime later in the summertime. So this first 8-week journey is just kind of setting the stage for the next 8 to 12 weeks. That's going to be, pretty strenuous, but that's just also, I'm trying to get my body to the best condition and the best looking it can be by beach time. That's going to come. So I got winter cut, spring cut, and then summer shred. And then talking point number 8 is just my final thoughts, my final words of wisdom. Like I said, you have to know what you believe and why you believe it. And I'm doing this for my family, for myself, for my daughter, for people out there that's like, look, this guy, he's doing everything he can to change his life. And look what he has done in 3 years. It could have been faster than that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a blame. If it wasn't the neck issue, before that, I was down into the 270s, y'all, 270s. So I could have been in my all-time weight, which I wanted to get down to 245. That'll be a total loss of 160 pounds. And you reversed all your health issues. And you gave a lot of that credit to your daughter. As people may know, I got very low. I almost committed suicide. And it was a failed attempt, because of course I'm here. But my only thing that saved me was the fact that I had a daughter. That's the only thing that saved me. If it wasn't for my daughter being born, I told myself I had nothing to live for, and I almost committed suicide. It was a failed attempt. However, her being here started this life that I'm at now. So I ain't gonna try to get too emotional, but this journey, helped start me where I'm at now because she was born. Okay. And so, considering the fact that she's also autistic, so I was given a daughter that saved my life, but also be just like me, the female version of me. We're both on an autistic scale. We're both there. And I'm like, wow. Like, can you imagine you got a girl that looks a spitting image of you? She also act and make noises and do things just like you. Very silly, very active, just like you. That's your reason to live now. And I was given a second chance that a lot of people don't have currently. While you're watching this video, how many people have committed suicide in this country by the time you watch this video? A lot. It's a lot that's dying every day. But I was given a second chance. The universe gave me a second chance of life. And now I'm making it count. Now, y'all, this might be numerology, but a lot of things that in my life deal with the number 8. For some reason, 8 is just a number that works with me. Even the infinity sign is one of the signs that autistics go, is a rainbow infinity sign. That's one of the autistic signs. And I just love the number 8. And that just, like I said, I look at this year as being 2024, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, equals 8. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking like, man, this is my year. That's why I wanted to record and do this stuff for a whole year. I want people to see a whole year journey of what I'm trying to do, everything I'm trying to do for a whole year. I will get on topic with those on other recaps, because I'm out of talking points now, so I won't run out of time. But I'm telling you guys, you got to get it done. Failure is not an option. There is no plan B. Write it down, put a plan in motion, and let's go. Let's get it. And guys, you see, I'm not a popular person. I'm just an overweight truck driver that want to live and be here for his family. I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of flashy gadgets and gadgets right now, at least right now, because financial, but I will get better through time. But I don't care about all of that. I don't care about the numbers. I just want people to know that I'm here. I was given a second chance. And if I can help you, give you a second chance, even if I only help one person, I only got 66 followers, right? But if I can only help one person, it's well worth it. You know, all of what you're doing is well worth it when it comes to helping somebody. And the first thing, I don't ever say, look, somebody say, can you, train with me or talk to me? How much you charge? If you can ask anybody. I've talked to so many people on my messenger and stuff like that and help people and check on people. The first thing I never think of is how much you gonna pay for this. I'm already blessed in that category financially. So right now, you don't gotta pay anything. Right now, I'm trying to help save lives. I'm trying to help save lives by using my life. And I'm not finna turn around and make you pay to help save your life as well. And we live in a country right now where inflation is crazy right now. So there's no reason for that right now. So I always help people do what I can. I know that can be a catch-22 because some people may try to come to friend you or be around you because you don't charge. So people can use that, to use you basically because you're gullible, you have an issue sometimes. You love to attach yourself to people. You love helping people, but you never ask for anything. You know what I'm saying? So people start noticing, well, he helped people without charging them. Well, this guy down the street, he helps them too, but I got to pay $1,000 a month for him. And so I'll just go with this Malik guy. But see, people would choose me just because I'm free. You know what I'm saying? And are you really choosing me because my story really impact you? Or are you only choosing me because it's free? See, so people will use you. However, I ain't worried about that because what you put out in the universe gives it back. So when you put out the universe that you're just going to use people, just understand that will come back on you. So that's why I don't ever say nothing. That's why I don't get upset about somebody might using me. Somebody probably will. However, the universe will give back. The universe will pay you back. So anyway, you guys, let me go ahead and go from there. That was the recap from week 1. Week 2, from what I've been noticing, like I said, I started around 317. I did get up to like 321 and then back down to about 316. That's kind of about where I'm at right now. I will make a video talking about how much I weigh currently. And then I'm gonna start doing that every week. So every Sunday of my time. I don't know when you guys will watch the video, but every Sunday on my time, I will showcase how much I weigh every week. So I'll start doing that every Sunday on my Sunday or so, or whatever day that lines up with Sunday or Monday. So let's just say I weigh myself on Sunday, but then I go to the gym and make a video. I will talk about it on the video, but it'll be coming from Sunday's weight. You see what I'm saying? So people can keep a track on how much I weigh per week. And like I said, I'm doing this for a whole year. So everybody will see my journeys. You will see pictures every month, my measurements and scans at the beginning of every month. So when February get ready to come through, you're going to see some more pictures of February, some measurements and scans starting February. So that'll come from these numbers. So any of these numbers hopefully will change. Hopefully they did. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys and girls, y'all have a good day, a good blessed time. Obviously, I've tried to make this more, I try to make my podcast a little bit better through time, but, just keep it simple right now. So y'all have a good time out there. Thank you. These are my, like I said, this is my slogan. I always use this slogan because it means a lot to me. And I told myself that failure is not an option and there is no plan B. So let's put in work and let's make it. Let's get it.